Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here and share some requirement for Chinese organic certification with you. This is Helen. Today, I will talk about how to obtain organic certification in China. My presentation will in three parts. Part 1, brief introduction. In this part, I will introduce some definition about Chinese organic certification. Part 2, basic certification requirement. In this part, I will show some requirements for Chinese organic certification. Part 3, guide on certification flow. In this part, I will tell you all the steps for Chinese organic certification. Now let's begin. The part 1, brief introduction. In our daily life, when we shop, we always buy all kinds of food. Some of them are organic food, some of them are non-organic food. And maybe some of organic food come from like EU or like American or come from China. But these products have different prices. Even the similar products, they also have a different price. This is because different countries have different organic products, and they also have different organic certification standard and requirements. In China, the organic certification standard is JBT 19630. In Chinese, organic products requirements for production, processing, labeling, and management system. From this part, I will introduce some definition. Actually, in the JBT 1960, the organic products means the products come from organic production or organic processing. Here is a question: what's the meaning of organic production and organic processing? Actually, organic production is an agricultural production method. During the organic production, genetically modified organism and chemically synthesized substance like pesticides, fertilizers, growth regulators, feed activities, and even other substances cannot be used. For the organic processing, it is also a method that mainly use of organic ingredients, and the genetically modified organism and cannot be used, and limited to use of the chemically synthesized inputs of additives and processing aids. Here is a certificate of organic product certification. And this is the Chinese organic product certification mark. For this certificate, its certification scope is fresh mushroom. And another picture is the packaging of this mushroom. And here is a Chinese organic product certification labeling. In China, the product obtained the organic product certificate, then the Chinese organic product certification labeling can be used on its packaging. And this kind of product can be placed on Chinese market as organic. This is a Chinese organic certification labeling, and we also called organic labeling. This labeling designed by our company, and our company is a legal certification body. Different certification body can design their own organic labeling, but there are some fixed information must be included in the organic labeling. First is Chinese Organic Product Certification Mark, and the second is the certification body. We also call the CB, the CB's name or CB's logo. Like this is the logo is our company's logo. The third is organic code. It's the unique number for each organic product. The fourth is QR code. Here are some organic products. Because of this kind of product have obtained the organic product certificate, so organic indication can be marked before its product name. Organic labeling can be used on its packaging, and this kind of product can be placed on Chinese market as organic. But some clients, they also have a question that they have obtained organic certificate, but their products cannot be sold as organic. Actually, the reason is they have obtained the certificate of organic conversion certification. Here is the sample of organic conversion certificate. This certificate doesn't have any certification mark. In China, according to the JBT 19630 and the implementation rulers for organic product certification, there have two types of organic certificate. One is organic conversion certificate, and another is organic product certificate. If you want to obtain organic product certificate, you have two steps you need to take. The first, you need to get the organic conversion certificate. And after that, you can get the organic product certificate. And both of the two type of certificates, they have only 12 months expiration. This part, I will introduce the definition of conversion. What's the meaning of the conversion? In the JBT 19630, conversion means a period from implementation of organic production to obtain organic product certification for production units and products. Here's some specific explanation I will share with you. First, conversion period is the transition from non-organic to organic for production units in farm within the given period of time. The product in conversion cannot be placed in Chinese market as organics. After its conversion, this kind of product can be sold as organic. And during the conversion period, all the management of a farm or factory should meet the JBT 1960. If organic product unit fail to maintain the organic certification all the time, the conversion will start again and the period cannot be shortened. And according to the JBT 1960, organic certification are divided into organic production and organic processing. For organic production, it includes plant production and animal production. For organic processing, it just have organic processed products. For the plant production, it includes agricultural crop products, harvesting of wild plant products, and edible mushroom products. For animal production includes livestock products, aquaculture products, and bee products. And according to this organic certification standard, different products have a different conversion period. For example, for agricultural crop products, it will have at least 24 months conversion. But for the wild plant products, they don't have conversion. And for edible mushrooms, some of them have at least 24 months conversion, but some of them, they don't have conversion. For livestock products, they will have at least 2 to 6 week conversion. But for the organic processed products, if its organic ingredients are more than 95%, there is no conversion. But if the organic ingredients are less than 95%, the conversion period of the processed products is the same as its ingredient. As we mentioned above, some products they don't have conversion. So this part I will introduce some specific cases. The first is planting of the sprouting vegetables, and the second the harvesting of wild plant. The third is edible mushroom. In this situation, the mushroom must be cultivated in cultural medium. If the mushroom cultivated in soil, and it will have at least 2 years conversion. The fourth is organic processed products. And if the organic ingredients are more than 95%, this kind of products have no conversion. And this picture is the sample of organic conversion certificate. Part 2, basic certification requirement. In this part, I will show some basic requirement of Chinese organic certification. In China, if you want to get organic certificate, whenever the organic conversion certificate or organic product certificate, you must know the following requirement. First, requirement for product. The product must be listed in the organic product certification content, and the content published by the CNCA, a Chinese government. And if the product are not listed in this content, it cannot be applied for organic certification. Requirement for client. The client and its related parts have not been canceled any organic certificate because of the following situation: provided false information, used prohibited substance, and used organic certification mark beyond its certificate scope, and happened major products quality and safety accidents. The clients have not been listed in the serious dishonesty subjects in national credit information. The client and the client must have obtained the administrative license, and their products meet the requirement of the relevant laws, regulations, and this standard. And the clients must have the ownership of their products. The client have established an organic management system and operated effectively at least 3 months. A requirement for inputs and GMOs. GMOs means genetically modified organism. During the whole organic production and organic processing, the GMOs substance cannot be used, and the chemically synthesized substance also cannot be used. Requirements for product testing. During organic certification, the CB will take samples of all products and ask the authorized laboratory to do the test. For the testing result, actually in the organic production and organic processing, some substance can be used, but it need to limited to use of this. For this kind of substance, the residual amount must be meet the relevant laws, regulations, and mandatory standard. And for some substance, it cannot be used. And for this kind of substance, it cannot be detected. For environmental requirement, organic production needs suitable environmental condition, and the organic production bases shall be located far from urban area, industrial and mining area, industrial pollution sources, and domestic waste disposal site like this. For the organic processing requirement, the mass or volume of organic ingredient have more than 95%, and where the salt and water are not included. The same ingredient shall not present organic and non-organic at the same time. The Part 3 guide on certification flow. In this part, I will introduce all steps for organic certification, from application to the obtain certificate. From this picture, we can know the each steps. Application. The client need to provide the necessary information and documents to the certification body. And after that, the CB will review the information and documents to develop an organic certification program. After that, the CB and client will sign a certification agreement and determine the on-site inspection time. This time is a special time, and I will explain later. After that, inspector from CB will conduct a document evaluation. And according to the document evaluation and all the information and documents above, the inspector from CB will conduct on-site inspection on the client's farm or factory. And at the same time, the inspector will take samples of all products and require the authorized laboratory to do the test. Then the inspector will prepare the inspection report and verifying effectiveness of correction and corrective action for non-conformity. After the on-site inspection, the committee from the CB, they are the different group from inspector. They will evaluate all the information and the documents and make the final decision for granting or refusing the certification. This part I will introduce a specific requirement of some key steps. The first is application. In this stage, the client must have the relevant administrative license and environmental qualified documents like soil testing report, irrigation water testing report, and processing water testing report. The requirement for testing laboratory. For domestic laboratory, it must have legal qualification. For the overseas laboratory, it must comply with the requirement of ISO IEC 17025. The second is on-site inspection. On-site inspection time should be arranged during the product is growing or being processed, or during the period that happen quality and safety risk. During the on-site inspection, inspector will evaluate if the environment of the organic production farm and the inputs they used meet the requirement of JBT 19630. And the on-site inspection, the inspector will determine if it needs the conversion and how long the conversion will take. As we know, different products have a different conversion. If the organic production farm they don't maintain the organic certification all the time, it will be start a new conversion again, and the period shall not be shortened. And if the farm is located at overseas and have obtained the foreign organic product certification for more than 4 consecutive years, and the CB will evaluate and confirm if it meets the requirement of JBT 1960. If it meets the requirement, and the CB will, based on the risk assessment, maybe they will give no conversion. The third is product testing. Inspector, as we know, during the on-site inspection, inspector will take example of all the products at the client's farm or factory and determine the tested items based on the assessment. And the testing will be conducted by the authorized laboratory. For the testing result requirement, as we mentioned above, some substance can be used in the organic production or organic processing. For this kind of substance, the residual amount must be applied with the relevant laws, regulations, or mandatory standards. But for the prohibited substance, it cannot be detected. The requirement of a testing laboratory it's the same as we mentioned above. The fourth is a certificate. If the client obtained the organic product certificate, then the organic labeling can be used on its packaging, and this kind of product can be placed on Chinese market as organic. But if the client obtained the organic conversion certificate, it cannot be used Chinese organic product certification mark, as well as the word and the patterns like organic. If the imported organic products won't be placed on the Chinese market, the client must submit a copy of organic product certificate and organic product sales certificate and the certification mark and the product identification to the Chinese government. In this part, I will show some significance of Chinese organic certification. Organic product certification is an agricultural production method, and it is a path. It is an important path for sustainable development and the protection of the ecological environment. As we know, during the organic production and organic processing, chemically synthesized substance and genetically modified substance cannot be used so that it can maintain the health cycle of the agricultural ecosystem. The organic product certification can transfer product quality information and the trust. And they also can provide high quality products. Organic product certification improve product market competitiveness and bring more benefit for clients. And last, I will answer some questions. Here are 3 questions. The first is, what will be the difference between this organic scheme compared to China? Actually, I mentioned at the beginning, every country like EU, like American or like China, every country have their own organic products, and even they have their own organic certification standard and requirement. So you have to meet their country's requirement or laws. The second, could we just add a stick of the organic logo on existing products? What are the risks? If you have obtained the Chinese organic certificate, then you can use the organic certification mark and the organic labeling on its packaging, and place this kind of products on the Chinese market as organic. But if you didn't get the Chinese organic certificate, then you can't do this because it's illegal. Why products already got organic certificate in USA and Europe still need to register and request one organic certificate in China? What are the difference between each other? I think I have answered this kind of question because different countries have different laws, standards, and the regulations and the requirements. This is the difference. So if you want just to put your products on the Chinese market as organic, you must obtain the Chinese organic certification, and you must meet the Chinese relevant laws, regulations, and requirements. That's all the information I want to share with you. If you have any questions, you can contact us.